campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. This hat, it gives me power in a way.
Well, I'm with her. Didn't Hillary Clinton think that that phrase might alienate a large part of the population? It took someone like Kanye West, of all people, to put a bright red hat on and say, hey, what about us? Here he is back in August explaining why the MAGA hat represents a lot more than just supporting Trump.
It represented overcoming fear and doing what you felt, no matter what anyone said, and saying, you can't bully me. Liberals can't bully me. News can't bully me. The hip-hop community, they can't bully me. Because at that point, if I'm afraid to be me, I'm no longer Ye.
Joining me now is Tucker Carlson, host of Tucker Carlson Tonight, and author of the New York Times #1 bestseller, The Ship of Fools. Just knocked Bob Woodward off the #1 spot on the New York Times bestseller list. Tucker, first of all, I'm so happy that I know you. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Laura.
And when I was going through some tough times in last year, you were like among the first people who reached out to me. And you're just such a, you're a best-selling author. You're a top TV host. But people have to know this about Tucker. You're also just a really good person, which in Washington, D.C., sometimes is hard to find. So.
Well, I'm not a good person, but I've certainly been attacked a lot. So I have deep sympathy for anybody, including Kanye West, who I know nothing about, I'm not interested in. Yeah. But I feel for people who are all of a sudden getting it from everybody. I really do.
Yeah. So yeah. I saw your show last night where you talked about the issue of fathers.
Yes. And
missing fathers.
Yes.
In entire segments of America, and that he was talking about that. And look, he's not a political person. He's not going to speak in pundit terms. He's going to speak the way he's going to speak. And again, it's not my music. It's not my thing. Nor is it yours. But that was an interesting moment where he said, yes, the masculine presence in a family is so important, and she didn't speak to me. It wasn't because she was a woman, but it was because how she was portraying her campaign.
Well, and he's absolutely right. I mean, the Democratic Party is anti-masculinity and anti-father. They have to be. That's their base. And that's just true. And they have been for a long time. And not everyone in the Democratic Party, but the leadership of the party is, I mean, ask a leading Democrat. It's really simple. I've done it, actually. Say, is it better, all things being equal, there are a million exceptions to every rule, but in general, is it better for kids to grow up with the dad at home? And they won't say it, even though it's true. And by the way, I grew up for part of my childhood in a single-parent home. It was great. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying, like, if you can't say that, then you're lying. And everyone knows you're lying. And he just kind of called them out in his stream of consciousness way, and I think we should not attack him for that.
David Gergen, one of your close friends on CNN yesterday, said the following. Let's watch.
Is that what's going on with some of the men in this country and their relationship to Trump? Is being for Trump make them feel more masculine? I just don't know the answer to that. But boy, there was sure an overtone of it in that session.
In other words, the masculinity, the toxic masculinity. It's a brutal type of being masculine to be aligned with Trump.
I mean, Dave's doing the best he can. I'm not going to attack him, right? Okay. But the truth is, that's real. That's I feel bad for him, but that's real. Men feel that they can't be men. And that's not a talking point. I'm not a men's movement guy or whatever. But if you had a movement that was against toxic femininity or toxic homosexuality, you would say you're attacking people for how they inherently are.
Right.
And you shouldn't do that because it's mean. And actually, it hurts kids when you do that. And yet we send $60 grand a year to these stupid schools, these colleges that have entire departments devoted to attacking men for being men. Why are we putting up with this garbage? If you have a son, this is a huge threat to him. If you have a daughter, who is she going to marry? I mean, these are not minor questions. They're central questions.
Now, Tucker, your book has the interesting thing about Tucker's book, it's such a great read. It's about the elites, both on the right and the left. But in your Ship of Fools is Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell, and both of them were critical.
Absolutely, they did
pushing Kavanaugh over the.
They did a great job this week, and I think anybody who believes in fairness should be grateful to them, and I am.
We haven't gotten the wall yet, though, Tucker.
Which is not a small thing. And by the way, when Republicans, face difficulty in the midterms, maybe it's because The party ran on building a wall,
Right.
not on an abstract wall, a metaphorical wall, but like on a physical wall. And then they sort of give the finger to their voters and like, yeah, well, the wall is kind of stupid. It's like, maybe it is stupid. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you
we'll
promised
get to that.
it. If you tell me I'm getting a pony for Christmas, you better not give me a bag of hair because I'm going to be really disappointed and betrayed.
I got a bag of hair once. It was not, it was not a good thing. Tell me about your daily life. When you wake up, give me your time. Like, if you had to just drop into Tucker Carlson's life, when you wake up in the morning, it is approximately what time?
I wake up around 7:30 or 8.
Okay, and then what's the first thing you usually do?
My wife wakes me up every morning with a cup of coffee. She goes for a run. She comes back. She gets back in bed with me with the dogs.
Yeah.
I sit and do email. I talk to her for a couple hours.
Okay.
I really try and get all my work done sitting in bed in the morning. And then
It's like Churchill, except he didn't have email. Okay, so
yeah, and then I work.
doing the email.
And I
Okay.
talk to a million different people. I don't go to lunch typically.
Yeah.
I go into work, do a ton of writing. Mostly it's a writing job.
Yeah.
And then show ends and I go out to dinner.
Okay,
Almost every night. I'm going with my beloved nephew tonight.
So how many dogs are in bed with you at night at any given time?
Two spaniels, Meg and Dave, always.
Okay, so and is there at the top of the bed? Are they always at the foot of the bed? Do they make their way up?
This
to
is
the
a very
top of the bed?
controversial question. So all 4 of our kids have gone. So we're like the parody of the people who are very focused on their spaniels.
Okay, good.
But one I think is basically mine, and my wife disputes that. And then the smaller spaniel, the sub spaniel,
Yeah.
the reserve spaniel, is more loyal to her.
Now the dogs, are they hunting dogs?
Both of them are hunting.
So bird dogs? Do you go out and do
both are
pheasant?
bird
What do you do?
dogs,
Pheasant,
yeah.
quail? What do you do?
Pheasant, quail, chucker, and
Anything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge mammal hunter. I go shoot pigs once in a while, but mostly I grew up bird hunting, so I like.
How about a tennis ball? Will they take that?
They'll take a tennis ball. They come fishing with me a lot. They're my fishing, they're fishing. They're trout dogs.
Tucker, I'm gonna say proud of you sounds condescending. I'm so happy for you. Tucker is one
No
of the...
one's ever asked me what you just asked me. I can't believe I said that on TV. I'm embarrassed.
Well, no, because this is, you're like my brother. So Tucker Carlson, Ship of Fools, get this book. It is phenomenal. It actually, you trace the elites on the left and right, how they tried to steer America into one direction. The people actually took it and said, nah, we're going to go into a different direction. Tucker, congratulations. You're such a great colleague on this network.
You, Laura.
And it's so great. Will you come on my show next week?
Done.
Okay, right. Can I come on your show next week?
Yes, sir, anytime. Are you kidding?
Okay.
Meeting's gold.
I'll walk over to that studio. All right, Tucker, congratulations again. Get this book. Phenomenal. Great stocking stuffer, early shopping for Christmas.